Hello, everybody. This is Texas Danny, and this is very early, January the 6th, 2021, on a Wednesday morning. I'm just going to give a minute here, if you'll give me a minute. And I'm going to explain where we're at right now and how we're moving so tremendously, incredibly, very, very fast. Concentrating on just a few areas, real quick. The Gulf of California is still extremely active. Southeastern California, all of Southern California, southwestern Arizona, these areas are now becoming increasingly destabilized because of the ground movements that are happening very, very rapidly. Also, in the areas up into Nevada, the entire rest of California, northern Arizona, the entire center of the state of Utah. Matter of fact, just call all of Utah extremely active. This highway line that you see here, and these lines keep on constantly changing. See these as a wave, okay? See these as a wave. It's coming from the west and it's going east. And these are the backwater areas of the wave that are on the far west side of the coast, right? They're causing like depressions and stuff like that, and the Valley of California to alter and change. Things are in flux and in their motion and they're going. Also, things are happening in Texas and Mexico as well. Center of Mexico, their mountain areas are shifting over east, okay, and it's starting to move into the western areas of Texas. These are in quantum fashion and these are extremely, extremely fast. A lot of effects coming over from New Mexico into the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma, from Colorado over into Kansas. We have a lot of activity from the Yellowstone supercaldera going up into the Thunder Basin, right, as they're moving and colliding with each other. We've had recent movements of the Devil's Tower. Keep in mind, everything is in flux. Everything is moving. Even though it's primarily going east, it might be going a little bit southeast and northeast, depending, and everything is not going to be moving in lockstep. There's going to be some rough patches here as things move. But again, these areas that you see are getting smaller and smaller and closing in, okay? And the activity around all these states is very high. Giving an example, this is a truthful reporting. At one time, Wisconsin and Minnesota were primarily mostly all green, okay? All green in the past, right? Now, if you go back and reflect on my atlas is always going to demonstrate this is a 2012 North American atlas. It's always going to show in the media form for this date. So if you're looking at this, which was made in early 2021, and you're looking at this in 2097, still using video form, you're going to see this map conform to that date. I am reporting quantum transformations to the map that are happening in front of my eyes. For example, a lot of tan areas, golden brown areas came in and predominantly covered Minnesota and Wisconsin, and now they're retreating. Southern Wisconsin, the southern central Wisconsin is now going greener and greener. But we have areas changing all the way around. Again, as we have areas in Mexico's mountains are heading out east. It's now heading into Texas. I don't know what that activity is going to do in Mexico, but it's going to be very active. It's going to do a lot of changes. Las Cruces, the White Sands area, is going to get bigger. We're going to get smaller, everybody. And we still have Los Alamos demonstrated on its New Mexico page in white, okay? Again, all this stuff is coming east, okay? It's also affected Washington, D.C., as Washington, D.C. is no longer more or less a north to south thing. It's kind of heading out towards to a southeast motion here. But we have tremendous changes all the way up and down the mid-Atlantic. We have Watertown being blown out there. We have the Great Lakes being changed around. We have Long Island slowly but surely eradicating. And we have Florida in quantum changes. For some reason, Florida just got busy here in the center of the state. We've got changes in northern Georgia, central Georgia, and southern Georgia. Again, we've got changes coming out into central Texas that are happening all the way around. And what's going to be interesting is what the Yellowstone supercaldera is going to do as it's moving out and it's affecting Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota. These water areas are going to grow, just like these areas out in eastern Montana. These areas are all going to be shrinking in together, everybody. We're going to have a compression going on. And a big situation that's going to be going on is going to be going up towards Greenland. That's a huge, important thing, is what's going up towards Greenland. Okay, this is Texas Danny out. Thanks for the listen.